Hello and welcome back to Game Time with Drew. Today we are here with the game Lasting. I know literally nothing about this game other than the fact that in my test recording I've noticed your footsteps are extremely loud and there we go. The door wouldn't open. And you have to collect those. And I also noticed, because I decided I would check to see if there was any form of menu. If you hit escape, the game closes. Well, if you hit escape once, the quit menu opens, and if you hit it again, the game closes. So don't hit escape. I'm just gonna kind of run through this because I don't know what I'm doing. Seems the only keys are keys to walk and keys to click to open the doors and pick up the discs. But in my test recording, I noticed that there's a problem with some of the discs. If the disc is on the floor, you can't pick it up. You can only pick up discs off tables, and I don't think that's an intentional design. I think that's just a bit of an accident. Also, I may or may not look like I know where I'm going. I can tell you I certainly don't. I just know from testing that this game does not have like any maps, not have any way to pick up things off the floor. So if the room doesn't have a table, there's nothing to do in it. So I mean, you might as well just leave. I guess the idea is to get through as many rooms as you can. I keep finding locked doors. I heard an enemy. I'm not sprinting as fast. I wonder if sprinting depletes the amount of time you're alive. But in my... Yep, see? I can't pick that up. In my test recording, which was more of I accidentally closed the game, so I decided, okay, I'm only 3 minutes into the recording, so I'm going to restart. I noticed that you cannot pick things up off the ground. I noticed there weren't many enemies, and I also mentioned that this game has a very found footage feel, which, and it's also, this game also has a very sort of cube feel. I feel like I'm playing like a fan game of Cube in a way. Like, I feel like Cube the movie was a bit of an inspiration. It's a bunch of these square rooms that you have to try to make your way through, but there are traps in Cube. I haven't seen any form of trap. I've also never seen a single key, so I'm not certain if there are keys. But with locked doors, there kind of have to be keys. Okay. The game is now much fucking louder. I'm stuck in the doorway. And we are being chased. We got this. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. So, I get the point of the game now. I understand. The point of the game is to find as many of those discs as you can without being caught by the monster. Which till now I didn't know there even was a monster in the game. I think we might have escaped him. That got my heart racing. This game is better than I first thought. And the point of these rooms are to get you captured. And I guess there are two things it shows when you hit escape. It shows discs and depth. So that's how I know you're supposed to pick up discs. There's going to be an enemy here. There's not. Okay, we can get through this one. If an enemy shows up here, that's kind of bullshit. Just get out of here. But it shows depth and it shows discs. I guess depth is the amount of rooms you've gone through, and discs are the amount of discs you've picked up. But so far, I've only been able to pick up one, and that's the one in the starting room, because it's on a table. So that's a pretty big game-breaking bug. You're supposed to pick up discs. There's a window. It's dark out. You're supposed to pick up the discs. You have to be able to pick them up for it to serve a purpose. I actually had this game recommended to me by my lovely boyfriend, so thank him for this. I don't think he played it. I think he just wanted to see somebody play it. So he asked me to play it. And I was also asking for game suggestions of what to record. This is one of them. The art style is what drew him in. It's definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I really don't like this type of art style. But it's kind of growing on me now that I'm sort of coming to appreciate that the game actually is kind of scary. My only issue is I'm currently recording, and you can't pick this stuff up. Oh my god, there's a crouch button. There was a crouch button the whole time, guys. That's what happens when there's no, like, no list of controls or anything. You just kind of have to bumble around and hope you figure it out. So now we know you can pick stuff up off the ground. So it's not a bug, it's working as intended. The enemies seem very random. We've seen him twice this run. And this also feels very procedurally generated, which seems like it'd be very difficult to code. So good on you for doing this. Let's just go. We're not gonna worry about discs. Just go. Holy shit. Well, I'm guessing that's submit to the high scores list on GameJolt. So, since this is a submit high score type game, I don't think there's an actual end. So we made it through 133 rooms, and we collected 2 discs. We saw a lot more discs, but I just didn't know how to pick them up because I didn't know you could crouch. That's my bad. But I think that's good for this video. The whole just try to get high scores isn't really my cup of tea. I like a set story with a set ending. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not really the kind of person that should be giving this game a review, since the art style isn't my preferred type of art style. I don't really care for high scores type games. I will give like the most I've been linking my videos in the reviews on GameJolt, but I'm also giving it a review as well. And this is my way of saying that, like, linking the video is my way of showing how I thought, like, what I thought about the game in the moment of playing it, rather than in hindsight looking back at it. So that's why I've been doing that. If you're still watching, I'm gonna have to think about this game. I'm gonna have to put some thought into a review, and I don't really have anything to say at this point because it's not really my type of game. I like a nice horror game with a nice flashlight. I just recently played Eyes and Shadows, and that game was pretty good. It was also very pixelated, which pixelated isn't really my thing, but I can appreciate some good pixel art, and that looks pretty good. This is it has to be like night vision on a bit of found footage. That's the only thing I can think that it could be. And also, yeah, I honestly, that's actually all I have. Except for, I guess I could apologize now for the black bars on the sides. This game runs in 4:3, and there's no options menu. So some resolution settings would be very much appreciated. So I could run this game in at least 16:9 so I can get the entire YouTube window filled. But, I mean, that's just a bit of a gripe. I could stretch it out, but that would look weird. And it wouldn't portray the game the way it was intended to be portrayed. Either way, I did enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video when we tackle... I'm just looking at my list. When we tackle another indie horror game. I'm going to stick to those for a while. They've been really fun to record, and people seem to be enjoying them. Well, goodbye.